Yeah, and that's I feel bad for Josh Allen.
Who?
Oh, we're live.
Hashtag non-sports. Hashtag non-sports. And thank you for tuning into this edition of Sports Center.
There.
Great.
Oh my God.
Noah, what are you a lifelong fan of?
That would be professional wrestling. Damn it.
Welcome back, NoDQ Galaxy, to a brand new edition of the NoDQ Review 371. I am the moderator, Virtue, being joined by this week's elite panel of the review. Of course, Aaron Rift is here. We got 2 Virtue Award candidates, maybe 3. We got Dave Scheffler, Jeff Meacham, Big G, all in the house. Which one will go down with the award tonight? Even bigger than the Wrestling Observer Newsletter Awards and the Fightful Awards is the Virtue Award for the person that has the worst setup and situation during the show, which used to be me quite a bit, but luckily I've been doing okay. And then, of course, Noah Foster is here. What's up, everybody? What's up, Jeff?
Just same spot I was in last week. G was with us for the Great Cherry Show last week, sitting at our local Starbucks here, waiting to go to the hockey game tonight for the Kings. So always happy to talk about professional wrestling or anything involved with sports entertainment, and especially on the original home of JM, the NoDQ Review, NoDQ.com. So I'm happy to be here.
All right, stay tuned. What's up, Noah?
Not much as usual, Virtue. Same stuff, different day, but that's okay. Good to see you all once again, NoDQ Galaxy and fam. Looking forward to the conversation tonight, and I'm sure it's going to be a fun time. So you know how I like to do things. Without further ado, I'm always ready to get right into it. So let's do it.
You know, while we will be talking about wrestling and wrestlers, we're going to be talking about production, retirements, wrestlers maybe on loan, AI. Oh, it's going to be great. Hopefully very engaging because, you know, this is modern day. Let's talk about it. Big G, right. What's up? I might have to start with you first quite a bit because so you don't piggyback off everybody else's answers.
Makes sense.
What's up?
Not much. I don't know. Not too much going on.
We have the Pittsburgh Steelers can use AI for their next head coach.
Oh my God! Probably. I wouldn't be shocked if they did.
The last 7-8 years, just good enough to have a winning record, maybe get into playoffs, but lose. That sounds like AI to me.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
No.
But yeah, we got some interesting topics. I'm here for hopefully some good debate tonight.
A lot of good topics. Just wait. All right. Dave Scheffler, what's going on? You're a little off center there, but you know I can kind of meet you over here.
Hey guys, I'm always center up here. Good to be here. At least Big G's teams makes the playoffs. Mine doesn't, and they keep their coach. But all's well here. It's a little colder down here in Florida, not like up north, but luckily I'm in the area without snow this week.
Wait, who's your team, football team? Before we won't talk too much about sports, but who is it?
The Bucks.
They won a Super Bowl with Brady in the last 5 years before he retired. So I don't want to hear it. Right? I don't want to hear it. Okay, what's up, Aaron?
Oh, Christ.
Well, I'm a little over the football talk, but I know you guys gotta get it in.
Wrestling on NoDQ.
Yes, we're here to talk strictly wrestling. That's what we're here for. That's what the marquee says.
Or cats.
Or cats, that too.
That's the exception. Or Nintendo.
Nintendo? I mean, Virtue would be down with the Nintendo talk. But anyways, thank you to everybody watching. Much love and appreciation. Dave might actually not get that award because he has a brand new tripod. He finally has joined the podcasting world and he has his own tripod now. So that should help him out. Noah Foster will always win the award for best dressed on the NoDQ review. But as far as who wins the worst quality, the Virtue Award, we'll have to wait and see how that goes. Shout out to Psycho Jet Black, who is already here. Virtue, you're going to be stuck for the duration of this. We got Big G, so Big G can do the motion. Psycho Jet Black wants to know, hey, Big G, are you going to complain about fans?
Oh, here we go.
Oh, I'm sure of it.
Probably, but I'll complain about you the most, Psycho Jet Black.
I'm going to call it now. I think when we talk about the TNA or AJ possibly retiring and if he's going to work with TNA, I think Big G's going to talk about fans getting mad about wrestling shows on TV because of their quality and production. I think Big G, I think he will get mad about the fans that called that out past week, but we'll see what happens.
All right. So we're going to lead into our first topic here. Jeremy Dorset, thank you for that. So this will be a nice little setup for the topic. So Jeremy brought up, I have noticed since 2025, it has gotten worse since the beginning of the new year with the AI videos and pictures of dead wrestlers being alive. Oh yeah, I see those all the time with the dead wrestlers. And also, do you guys see those pictures of like the wrestler who's in the clouds, but he's actually alive? It's a graphic that makes you think they're dead. It's like a in memory graphic, but it's actually just like to celebrate their birthday or something. I don't know. Those are really weird to me.
I mean, let's be honest here. AI, like available to people like us and being able to do it quick on our phones, on the internet, on the computer. It's really just an editing tool that you don't have to edit. You just say what you want and it does it for you.
Exactly.
Right? So instead of going in and doing Photoshop or video editing and making videos, which we all have always had access to do stuff like that, this now can do it a lot easier. And a lot of times it screws up. But Aaron, that's what we're going to talk about. So I don't have a problem with like fans and consumers using AI for fun. Like to me, it's another app on our phone. It's another thing to do and post a quick video on social media to maybe get people to laugh. What I have a problem with is when now companies can use AI for statistics and stuff like that to help their business grow, but also when you're a company with creative, that's when laziness can kick in. So, Aaron, what else do you want to talk about? Or is there other super chats before we go right into this, or was that your lead up?
All right. Well, we'll get to this one here from Psycho Jet Black. It says AI is more popular than Austin Theory. Well, AI is more popular than
here we go.
AI is more popular than a lot of things. Although there are definitely critics of AI. Like you'll notice online, there are people that call it AI slop, and we're going to talk about this. I feel personally that AI has its benefits, but also it can be harmful to people. And you see some of the stuff on Grok with the bikini pictures of people without their consent and that sort of thing. And, it could be used for fraud and committing crimes. And that's definitely not good. But I think if you're using it like just for fun, make a cat video, for instance, or something that's not harmful to anybody, then I don't see the problem with it. And I do use AI for spelling and grammar, for NoDQ articles and that sort of thing. So, it is useful. Jeff?
The other issue is that's a low bar to set to be more popular than Austin Theory. That's kind of mean. I mean, that's a low bar.
Oh, yeah.
But I mean, look, the popularity of like AI, like we're talking about, it's like an app. It's like how TikTok blew up. It's something people like playing on their phone and posting and sharing things because they're not their creations, but hey, I can put words in and have computers basically come up with pictures and videos and stuff like that. And it's fine for us to do stuff like that and share it to a degree, right, Aaron? You don't want to do anything that's inappropriate. But when companies, and I'm not talking about like Amazon using AI for their inventory, because they still have to have AI engineers to make sure it's running right and there's an understanding of it. So not everybody loses their job because of AI. If you go into the field of AI management, then there's jobs. So I don't have a problem with that, but I do have a problem with companies, movies, music, wrestling, when we're in this world now where they can use AI to make theme songs, video packages. And guess what? If you do that as your creative tool, putting something together, okay, but you need to go back through it and make sure it all looks really good. No wrong letters on a title belt. The right people in it. Make sure somebody doesn't have two left arms, right? Because AI could screw up. And that's what I want to talk about, because WWE is one of those creative companies any wrestling promotion, and they could use AI for storylines, for music. I mean, somebody could argue, well, AI music might end up being better than what they
Yeah.
currently have now, but really though, it's still not if AI was Jim Johnston based, okay, maybe. But look what happened with the Dominic Mysterio thing. How did that get out? Like, to who was that an actual post from WWE or Triple? Okay, so that means somebody put it together with AI. Why wasn't it looked over and edited? That's my problem. You can use AI as a tool, as a creative tool like Photoshop, video production, whatever, but have the effort to go through and at least tweak it to make it look like you made it. And that's kind of lazy, but at least you're giving effort into making sure it's presentable. And WWE, you goofed up. So let's go around the horn and get everybody's opinion on AI. And is it going to make things better for the future, or could it make things laughable? Big G, I'm going to start with you. I was going to start with you, Dave, but I'll let you wait a few so you can figure out what you want to say. Big G, go ahead.
Yes. So I did see that picture the other day with Dominic Mysterio, or the video package, whatever it was, and I kind of looked at it and looked back at it. It's like, okay, you could definitely tell this was AI, made by AI, ChatGPT or Grok or whatever high tech AI that WWE uses, if they use it at all. Well, I mean, they do use it. But yeah, like if you're a big time company and you're gonna use AI for, say, storylines or something like that, that's one thing. But like if you make some kind of AI art or something like that, like you said, Virtue, just make sure that it's done correctly, that it looks good, that it looks like you did it, not AI. AI is,
some people call it A1.
A1. A1
sauce.
No, but AI is it's good for some uses, like for like other businesses and stuff like that. But
yeah,
I mean, if you have writers that you hire, you should be using them for a storyline basis. Don't be using AI to take the cheap way out and say that you wrote it when you didn't. But this is all.
Well, because Big G, like if the
I'm gonna use a criminal justice term. This is all hearsay, because like we're not back there in the WWE buildings, and we don't know exactly what we're doing. We're just hearing from a word of mouth of people online and dirt sheets. And I mean, yeah, the one image or the whole thing with Dominic Mysterio, but I'm gonna take it with a grain of salt. But and then I know Psycho mentioned something about the whole like videos and images of dead wrestlers. I've seen that all on TikTok with like Eddie Guerrero coming out and cutting promos, or a certain person that we shall not name coming out and cutting promos. So like, yeah, Chris Benoit, I know. But yeah, it is what it is. But if WWE or some major sports company or wrestling company is going to use AI, just be more careful and make it like you made it and not AI.
Well, and if the creative uses AI to try to come up with storylines, it's just basically like reading the internet and seeing what people are chattering about the most, and then it's like AI kind of probably follows what the consensus seems to be, and then that's what they spew out, what it spews out. And
but
so,
then,
I mean,
could
it give wrestling fans what they want?
Right.
If the creative uses that.
See, then why would you hire these creative writers when you could have no name people like us? We could go on AI and come up with better storylines than the creative does.
Yeah, I mean that's true, but we didn't like write for a failed sitcom,
and we have,
or like the WWE writers have to have experience, so they pluck people from shows that were canceled. Like I remember there was a period in time where they hired a lot of writers from soap operas. Yeah, there used to be a dozen soap operas on TV. Now there's like 2. What does that tell you? They ran out of creativity. But so I don't know. We complain about WWE creative. As fans, we have fun with AI. So I thought maybe some people actually wanted to see what happens, because if AI kind of uses the internet and what's chatted about, and the chatter mostly is like the answer, could it give fans more of what they want? Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
The wrestlers still, like Rock would have to show up. Could you imagine, like, it's a have Rock show up and finish his story with Cody? Oh, that's not going to happen. You know what I mean? What else
Then
you got?
they would go to AI and say, "All right, rewrite it."
What else you got, Big G, before I move it on? Okay,
Nothing
I'm gonna go
else.
right over to Noah.
Oh, hello. Well, I mean, at the end of the day, this is the industry that we live in. We go from trying to figure out something original to relying on something truly artificial. At the end of the day, AI is driven by human conduct and thought just being spewed at its own ever-growing encyclopedia and library of history. So it doesn't surprise me that companies like WWE, I work in higher healthcare education, students and professors use AI sometimes to help with lessons and dissertations. It's the world that we've become to know. I already knew AI was going to blow up as soon as Watson blew Ken Jennings and Brad Rudiger out of the water on Jeopardy, despite the fact I didn't know Toronto was actually in Canada versus America. But yeah, you would think that AI would actually allow a little bit of an enhancement and encouragement on human conduct when it comes to critical thinking and creativity, instead of just, okay, let's just have it all do it for us and be like, it's going to be 100% foolproof. At the end of the day, nothing's 100% foolproof. People protect themselves in SEX, and it's still not 100% foolproof. People still get sick from that crap. So if you're truly thinking that AI is the answer to everything and it pretty much self-conducts its business for you, you're wrong and you're stupid if you think that. As far as this graphic stuff, I don't know nothing about that. But AI, it's basically like social media. First social media engine, MySpace. Then you have Facebook. You have Twitter, Instagram, Snapchat. Now you got AI with Sora 2 Beta, and all these other engines that are just, becoming a means to everybody's lives. And none of them are necessarily the best, but they all offer a different way that you could use them. But for WWE, I would think their R&D team would be more attentive on the flaws that something like this could bring. This is worse than just photoshopping the same WWE graphic per match like we see in the past with Nia Jax, particularly. Remember that graph art from WWE's website. So AI has its advantages, but it is not self-resilient 100%. You still have to have a little bit of human error produced out of it, and you also need to have someone peer review it. Hopefully they learn their lesson.
So, no, I'm going to ask you this question because I don't know if everybody here knows, but Tony Khan also does analytics for sports. He has a company. I mean, he has people that do it, right? He's just kind of the owner of it, and they do a lot of analytics for baseball. A lot of these teams have won championships. Of course, not the Jacksonville Jaguars, where he's directly involved, so that's funny. But if he does that, if he's in that realm, we know he's went on the Cage Match site to look at match ratings, and he likes to put matches together off of that. Is he using AI to put the best wrestling matches together? I mean, I don't know. I'm asking you this question. You're an AEW fan. Do you think Tony Khan could even be using it?
I wouldn't surprise me. At the end of the day, he is a fan. I mean, there could be somebody that's answered like, hey, maybe you should use AI to conduct a little bit of data analysis for you besides just K-Match itself when it comes to insert name here versus insert name here and what draws the biggest possible match rate that you could get based on previous results. I wouldn't rule it out. Again, anyone can use AI for something in this society. Hell, at one point, I thought Def Rebel was AI. The jury is out whether or not Def Rebel uses AI for the generic music that's more generic than anything playing rock band or Guitar Hero.
Yeah, that might have been ahead of their time, Def Rebel, if they were AI before.
Yeah, you might be right.
All right. Well, thank you, Noah. I'm going to go over to Jeff Meacham now. Jeff?
Yeah, I don't have a problem necessarily with AI use, for certain things. I use AI and other like photo editing and video editing programs when I'm putting together the graphics I put out for my shows. The ones I keep driving Aaron crazy with, I change every single week. It's part of the AI. And I'm sorry for that, for Aaron, by the way. I don't have one for this week. It is what it is. And the cops driving by, so clearly I'm in trouble for it. Damn, you're not wrong there, Matt. I love that. Anyway. But as far as the imagery used on AAA television this last week with the Dom Mysterio, like that's again, Virtue, you said it best. It's lazy. That's lazy to not catch that. You are a multi-billion-dollar company that acquired another company, and you're going to present their shows, and we're just going to not worry about it. Oh my God, that was so bad. And it's funny, we're talking about our main event, as far as production, values possibly improving if certain things are done. A great example, Monday, I guess afternoon for us, but Monday night, over in Ireland, we clearly see a boom mic come into the shot. So, using human error thing as well, unfortunately, on production values. So it really just depends, I think, on what you're using it for. I think if you're use it just for, image editing or video editing, great, but you got to vet that stuff. You have to actually take the time. There's that human element that has to be present, because that clearly was not the case at the AAA show, because that image went right out on our screens, and there's a clear AEW logo on Dominic's belt, and it's like, oh, it's Bush League. I mean, it's clear as day. It's right there.
Yeah.
And like, I'm pretty sure. Isn't that the is he wearing in the image they used as the base image? Is that the Intercontinental Championship or the AAA Championship?
The Intercontinental Championship is in the hand. The AAA Mega Championship is around his waist.
Okay, so the AAA Championship, the championship we're showcasing in this video package, has made into an AI video, and nobody, an AEW logo, and nobody catches that. That's ridiculous.
What does the AAA title really look like? Three big A's or no?
It's literally 3 big A's.
So that's going to confuse AI probably.
Right. It's going to confuse AI 100%, and even the style of the A is vastly different from the AEW logo. I mean, the A's on the AAA bill are just like basic. I
Times New Roman.
Times Roman font. Thank you. That's used to sell that shit for a living. It's so Bush League to not catch that, especially on the premiere on Fox. This was made a big deal by everybody that was involved with the company, and I'm sure Undertaker's sitting back there as the booker going. Instead of sitting up, he's falling down on his desk. Oh no!
Oh no!
Bad business.
Jeff, what if Disney used AI? Are you going to call them out on it? Like if they use AI, didn't turn over well?
I think if anybody uses AI and it comes out looking Bush League like that, then yeah, they should be called out on it. 100%.
All right.
Anybody should.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, thank you for that. Now I'm interested in what Dave Scheffler is going to say, because he did not want to go first. No. I think he had to look up what AI was. Didn't even have a clue what's going on. No, all right. No. Go ahead, Dave.
No, I might be bad at technology, but I do know what AI is.
Does it officially stand for artificial intelligence? Like right, wrong? Yes.
I mean, we see a lot of the funny videos. Aaron does a lot of them too. But it's kind of like Jeff said. A little AI. I think a little AI is good, but sometimes it could be overwhelming. And also things like that, what happened with Dom happen. And Matthew said it in the chat earlier, do it for fun things and for visuals, but hopefully they don't use it for storylines, because I still think you need the human writers doing that. And it makes you think, I wonder if hopefully it was AAA or Triple H making a good move about having Drew as champion, but I wonder if he did use other means now, because it looked like there was no way Drew was going to get the championship ever, and then all of a sudden he does. And I'm hoping it was a swerve and it was writing, but you never know now at this point, because an old dog like me, technology's taking over everywhere. Eventually probably AI is going to take over everything. I just hope it doesn't. It doesn't. I hope it just is used where it needs to be, and don't overuse a good thing. And just like Jeff said, double check before you do things, because instead of making a stupid move like what happened the other night. Other than that, I pretty much agree with everybody else about the use of it, and it can be a good thing, but don't overdo it.
If you're going to use it, have like people still edit through it and engineer it, whatever you want to call it, to make sure you get the best out of it, right? And that's going to take a little bit of effort. You're going to have people that are really good with like looking at detail and stuff like that. But so what, right? If you're saving time by not doing the full creation process, you have time to go through it and tweak it and edit it accordingly. But thank you, Dave. Now over to Aaron and the Psychojet Black, probably. Oh, I'm sure of it. Go ahead.
Oh, Jeff wanted to add something. Go ahead,
yeah.
Jeff.
I wanted to say this sooner. I think the one thing we can hopefully rely on for AI that won't need the human element, because we're talking about using it instead of the human element, is baseball umpires. Because that, I know, Aaron, it's sports. I understand that. But having humans call a baseball game as umpires has proven to be problematic.
There used to be good umpires. Let's get some good umpires. And they still have replays now. So I don't think you need to go to full AI. You just need to get rid of the bad officiating in all sports. Get good ones again, right?
Well, right. It's just, for me, it's just the strike zone should be the strike zone, and people like Angel Hernandez gave umpires a bad name. So this, for me, it's
That's
like
true,
I think it's where it should be.
Part of baseball was always the naked eye calling it, but like I said, a good umpire still had a high accuracy rate. But there would be times they could screw up, and there was usually never any favoritism there. It's become so bad now. It's like, okay, well, let's have AI because they mess up so often. So I get what you're saying there to a point, but part of those sports still need the natural eye, I think, because that's part of the game. Well, but they do replay assistance anyway, across the board.
This is true. There are more replays than there ever been in all across sports. So I guess that's where that can come in.
All right. Thanks for that. And Aaron.
All right, let's get to these super chats. Psychojet Black sent in $2. He says, imagine if the Dominic AI belt said WCW or ECW.
Yeah, but WWE own those, right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
it's funny because it was AEW. Now, it was shown very
quickly. Could that
quickly.
have been a rib, Aaron? Do you think they saw it and left it in there? Because
I think it was a mistake. But here's the thing, to quote Jeff, it went by so quickly. I watched the actual AAA video and I didn't even notice it. Like, it was literally like 1 or 2 frames of the entire video. So somebody had a really sharp eye and caught it and then took a screenshot of it and put it up. So it ended up being a bigger deal than I think WWE expected. Like, I don't know if they noticed it or if anybody noticed it for that matter. And WWE probably thought, we can do these AI videos. Nobody's going to say anything. And yeah, this really blew up on social media. I posted it on Facebook and that went viral, and people have been just talking about it all week. And it's hilarious to me, Jeff.
If that's the case, it's so irresponsible of WWE creative and management in 2026 it'll be all right. Like, man, how long have you and I talked about how Triple H hated the internet because of stuff like this? And it's like, he's in charge now. They got to be more scrutiny. There's got to be more scrutiny on that. That's terrible.
Jeff, they're too comfortable at this point because they know at the end of the day, anything gives them publicity. They're going to get our money for it. They don't care. They're in that complacency state now.
Okay. That's fair.
And they're doing so much production. They own AAA, or they own them, right? They bought them. So imagine, we're going to talk about TNA later. Imagine if that happened. That's why they're doing this, because they
couldn't get much worse than Thursday night.
All right, let's get back to the super chats. And here's an interesting comment down below. Do you guys remember this? There was a clip of Auschwitz in the Dominic Mysterio video package for WrestleMania 39. I wonder if that was AI, because that was 2023. That was only 2 years ago, and they might already have been using AI at that point. And they're like, let's find footage, like for a prison or whatever. And it wasn't human.
Why would you put that in there? You think you would do The Rock in San Francisco, Alcatraz, or something like that? Not Auschwitz.
I have to go back and watch that. I don't even realize that.
No, you know what? No, you know what? There was a buzz when because I was at WrestleMania 39 when that video package played. Like, it wasn't like, oh my god, but there was enough of buzz. People went, wait a minute, what are they? And it didn't get further past that moment because the match was so good, because the show was so good, especially night one, that people let it slip. But now with the competition and the way, competition, I say that with a grain of salt, but the way the business is again, people are more hyper focused on the little shit like that. But yeah, there should have been a major outcry. They use an image of Auschwitz and an AI thing. What? Like, that's crazy.
Human attention span.
All right,
Especially that mania.
Let's get back to the super chats. So Jeremy Dorset sent in $5. Thank you, Jeremy. Jeremy says, the other day I was listening to Bubba the Love Sponge's podcast, and he talked about how AI is replacing radio hosts on iHeartRadio and radio in general. Well, to be fair, I think AI could do a better job than Bubba the Love Sponge. But
I was going to say, consider the source.
Yeah. It's funny. My wife had this AI disc jockey through Spotify. Like Spotify, you can actually set up your own radio disc jockey, and they'll talk to you like they're a radio DJ and like, hey Aaron, here's your favorite song of the week, and it'll basically emulate a disc jockey.
See, that's fun. Like I don't mind that.
Yeah, that's harmless.
Your own personal use in your house. I mean, we've kind of already had Siri and Alexa and all that stuff anyway.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I'm gonna get in the car with my dad here in a few minutes. He's got the Sirius XM satellite. I wouldn't mind an AI person directing, funneling our own stuff. Curtis, some of these asshats they've got on the air now, so I'm okay with that.
And there you go. AI has been around a lot longer for conventional use than I think people actually realize when it comes to the fact that it's literally been encrypted inside your smartphone to help you when you refuse to type on Google.
Very true.
Yeah.
All right, you guys ready for the next super chat?
Go for it.
Hey, I just thought of something.
BG, are you ready?
If you're going to do that league for the predictions, we need to have AI as a contestant and see if AI wins. I don't know how. We got to think.
Oh, I like that.
We got to think about it. Obviously, somebody would still have to input it, but AI should, and whatever that pulls out would be the predictions, and we got to see if it holds up.
I could probably input the match card in ChatGPT, and it could probably give us a literal outline of what they think the storyline of the show is going to be, and that would be the match results.
Yeah, seriously, Aaron, have Grok do the. Yeah. Oh, that's good for you. I like that.
Aaron, that's on you.
Well, I don't think we should have that officially count, but we should put AI in there just for fun to see how we measure up.
It's not like AI throws in their money and wins the pot.
No.
In there, and it would be funny if whoever wins still is less than AI. That would be hilarious.
Exactly. The benchmark of the league. I like that a lot.
But you know what? It already got one wrong. I asked Grok a few weeks ago, pick the winner between Drew McIntyre and Cody. Grok picked Cody, and well, Drew won the title.
But then what if it's last? That would be great too, and you won't know unless you do it.
Exactly.
Very true. We should do it just as an experiment.
All right.
At least for the Rumble and see where it goes from there.
Yeah, exactly.
We're caving into AI. All right, Aaron.
I, for one, welcome our new robotic overlords, and I am not a robot.
Oh my God.
Don't blame me. I voted for POTUS. All right, we got another super chat here from Psycho Jet Black. Says, imagine AI refereeing sports and wrestling matches.
Well, hell, that'd be a lot better than the NFL refs that we have nowadays.
Whoa!
Valid.
I have no argument in that because I don't watch football.
Nor do I.
Hey, Aaron, non-sports for life.
AI football referees and AI umpires. I'm here for it.
I mean, you just get a Sheldon bot, and basically you'll just have the referee on wheels in the screen, and that would be
Sheldon bot. I love it.
I don't know.
At
some point, AI will make the wrong decision because it obviously gave Dominic the AEW title, and then so fans are going to end up equally angry AI officiating than they are. That's what's going to happen.
But Virtue is giving Dom the AEW championship really a bad decision at this point for AEW?
I said it could have been a rib.
Worse.
Left it in there.
I mean, so right now is the benchmark of an AEW world champion. Somebody else, I would probably agree with you.
Yeah.
Sorry, BG.
There you go.
You're welcome.
All right. Let's move to the next one. Psycho Jet Black sent in $2. I wonder if Vince Russo's doing this. See, probably not. Vince Russo likes to write and create. But imagine AI emulating TNA or WCW 2000 booking. I actually put a prompt through Grok to write a WCW 2000 show, and it did a pretty good job, I have to say.
Pretty accurate for that time?
Yeah, I'd say so. Don't tell Russo I said that, but
Bro.
Bro.
Damn it. That's
Here's
terrible.
what Aaron needs to do. He needs to play my GM on the next WWE 2K game, but have Grok literally be the guy that drafts his roster and does the season.
God. Oh my
Huh,
goodness.
that's
So,
interesting. I
But
might have
here's
to
the
do
thing,
that.
though. We do make fun
You can
of
post it.
well we not we but people make fun of Russo. Yet 2026 the WCW is still spewed out 2000 people still talk about it, and TNA the letters, I think he came up with TNA, the letter, the call letters, I think.
well, depending on which time of day you ask the Jarretts, yes, he did.
They kind of all did, but I'm saying, and that is still technically used today. Like, it's just funny. But
Yep.
Aaron.
All right, let's move to the next one. Psycho Jet Black says, whatever happened to predictability? The milkman, the paperboy, the evening TV. You miss your old familiar friends, but waiting around just around the bend.
Everywhere you
See,
look.
and that guy that did all those theme songs for Full House, Family Matters, that was like the Jim Johnston of those sitcoms. And
Yep.
Yeah, it was.
sitcoms don't even
They
have
forgot
that.
the butler did it too.
They don't even have that anymore. It's like Jim Johnston's gone. We get these themes today. The TV show master is gone. The guy with the raspy voice.
I have no idea what TV's like nowadays, and I think I'm better off that way for it.
You're better
It's not
off.
people stream. People binge watch stuff on Netflix and whatnot. That's what
I'm doing right now.
Fair enough. I just watch various wrestling or game or sleep.
Aaron.
Yep, Big G's got to do the moving along. All right, there you go.
Come on.
Trademark Big G. All right, Jeremy Dorset sent in $5. Thank you, Jeremy. Says, as a longtime PBS Kids, Nickelodeon, Disney Channel, and Cartoon Network viewer, there are a lot of voice actors that are against AI.
There are.
That's
There
valid.
100% are.
That's 100% valid. That's my error right there. That I
Video
100%
games.
agree with.
I'm afraid that video games are gonna like poorly use it too.
Right?
Well, the problem, working where I work and interacting with people I interact with, that there's a chance that, the people that do give their consent to have their voices, preserved for legacy. Like, I know James Earl Jones had couldn't have his voice, for future Darth Vader use, because we're going to have a whole bunch more Darth Vader stuff in the parks here before too long. That kind of stuff, it's a very delicate balance, because there are voice actors that did consent and there are those that did not. And it turned into almost turned into a whole big lawsuit.
Well, if the artist consents it, and maybe then even after they're gone, their estate gets royalties,
Right.
I'm fine with that. There was a country music singer who had a stroke, Randy Travis, and he can't talk anymore, but he uses AI and he writes new songs, and they produce it through AI, and it sounds exactly
And that's great, because I love Randy
That's
Travis.
fine.
So I'm glad he
I'm
did.
okay with that.
Yeah. To see to the extent to what Virtue, to go to the original point of this topic earlier, to use AI as a tool is fine. To use AI towards everything, though, that's where you need to draw the line. There needs to be a media where human conduct is still the result at the end of the day.
Yep. And we're still talking about it 40 minutes in. Aaron?
All right, did you guys hear about that story when Big G went to AEW Dynamite and he saw Jeff Jarrett? Did you guys hear about that fan that ran in? Big G, did you see that?
There was a fan that ran in.
Aaron,
I have exclusive footage.
Oh, it better be Big G.
Oh my!
Oh, that's
All
good.
right,
Big
here
G.
we go,
Here
guys.
we go.
Ready?
Yeah, here we
Jeff,
go.
were you there?
Rapping on AI, and Aaron's going to
It's
deliver.
AI. Big G AI.
Play.
All right, here we go.
Big AI. Play.
What do you want, punk? You suck up, I'm King Gay, said I say, yo, son, you little punk, bring it.
Oh my gosh.
Here's the deal. I know that was supposed to be Jeff Jarrett and Big G, but it looked neither like, and that's the problem. If it actually looked like both of them, I would have popped for that.
Oh,
Same,
my
exactly. I thought you were gonna try and give me Big G's, twin brother, Little G, and that was just a whole different brony.
Yes, it didn't do it very well.
Like maybe
I asked the prompt to put the guy in the circle, have him run into the ring, and Big G is in the circle, and it had some other guy come out there, and then Jeff's face changed.
You had a better chance of me.
There was a way to go.
You had a better chance of me showing up as a commentator.
Jeff Jarrett looked like a witch or something.
I really did. The last outlaw, right, Jeff? Desperado, whatever.
All right, we got one.
We got to
one
move.
more here from Psycho, and then we can get to the main event. I'm gonna go space out and do something else here. Psycho
Of
Jeff
course.
Black says, "Hey Dave, Jeff, and Big G talk about the NFL."
We did.
We did.
Yeah, we did. So Aaron, you can move on. Denver Broncos, my team, but they got the quarterback issues.
You got to say one thing for the $2.
It's gonna be the
Yeah,
Broncos and the
Broncos.
Seahawks at the Super Bowl.
I want them to win, even with the backup quarterback.
See, stuff like this makes me want to push the button.
And it's happened before. Right? Backup quarterbacks have won the Super Bowl before.
Yep.
Oh, we got one more here from Psycho Jeff Black. Psycho says, "Little G is still more over than Austin Theory."
Again, a low bar.
I'm sorry.
Next topic.
Sorry.
Main event time?
Yep.
Yes.
So
Yes,
I want
please.
to talk about, it's kind of a big bundle here. AJ Styles is putting his WWE career, notice how they're saying it's a career-threatening match in WWE, on the line against Gunther at Royal Rumble. So couple things here. If like Gunther loses, it's like, oh my God, what happened? The Cena win means nothing, right? But if AJ loses, he's gone, even if he doesn't intend to retire yet. So is this something because, hey, TNA needs him, we're going to kind of loan him out, right? They could be doing that. But TNA needs more than AJ Styles. They also need WWE's production. So let's talk about all of that, right? Gunther can't lose. If AJ loses, we know he's not retiring yet. So is this just a pivot to TNA for a while? And they need more than AJ. Dave Scheffler, I'm going to start with you on this one. What do you have to say?
All right. Well, you are so right. Gunther cannot lose this match unless, and I think it was talked about last night on Aaron's stream. The only way you could have Gunther lose to have this keep going on is there has to be a DQ or some kind of screwy ending that's going to further this, because I would have thought that they may have both been in the Rumble and AJ knocks Gunther out, getting that last match at WrestleMania. But the only other way is if AJ is losing. I did think that he did debut 10 years ago at the Royal Rumble. Maybe he's going to finish at the Royal Rumble. And like you said, Virtue, maybe he's going to go to TNA and finish out the last year and retire there where he started. But I mean, I don't think it's ending here. I think one way or another, AJ is not going to lose this match, and this is going to go further.
What if he does?
In my opinion.
What if he does? Is this done because he's done, or is this a clear cut? Hey, TNA's got a TV deal. They didn't have the best start, which he was on that show, right? AJ was on that first show. But we're going to loan you AJ, and we're going to also send a production guy and help you guys produce a little. I mean, what if he does lose? What do you think?
I think he goes to TNA, definitely. I think he wrestles matches there where he became big.
Okay. All right. Fair enough. Big G.
Yes, Big
And
G.
does Jeff Jarrett go back to TNA too? He, remember he started it.
All right, so I honestly don't think AJ is gonna lose here. I think they're gonna continue the feud
So tell me
between the
how.
two of them. Huh?
Then tell me how.
He's gonna make Gunther tap out.
Wow.
What?
He's gonna make Gunther tap out. Now,
You think that's good?
let's look at some before you
this
interrupt me.
stuff.
Let's look at some facts here.
Wait. Did you just tell me don't interrupt you? Did you tell the original review moderator who talks over everybody as a gimmick? All right, go ahead.
All right. So
Red flag.
two things about Gunther, and Noah can attest to this. 88% or 80% of the time that Gunther's been in WWE, he's been a champion.
Correct.
And as far as non-title matches, he is undefeated. Correct, Noah?
Correct.
All right. So if he loses to AJ Styles in a non-title match, I think Gunther will be okay. if he loses one match since he's been there since 2016, 2017 with WWE. So I think this one match he'll be okay.
A tap
But
out?
yeah, because if you go back to Monday Night Raw last week and watched Gunther clearly tap, well, the ref didn't see it, but Gunther clearly tapped out to the calf crusher, then I think he's gonna do it again, but the ref will see it this time. That's just how I think it's gonna happen. But I'm sure it's not gonna be a tap out. I think he's gonna hit the phenomenal forearm and get the 1-2-3 on Gunther. But honestly, like I said, I think Gunther will be fine if he loses this one match.
The only way this is going to work to me, and I'm going to bring in AI, okay? Because I did on Grok.
Okay.
First of all, Gunther can't lose by tap out, right? If he loses by getting pinned or whatever, I asked Grok. This was after Meltzer, I know what's happening. They're changing plans for the WrestleMania main event. It's either Cody and Drew or Cody, Drew, and Jacob Fatu. So I was like, Grok, what's the night 2 main event of WrestleMania going to be? Did I get Roman Reigns back as an answer? No. You know what they said? Grok said it's going to be Cody Rhodes versus Gunther for the WWE Championship. Now, how does that happen? Cody's got to beat Drew back for the title. Gunther's got to win the Royal Rumble. So the only way this would work is if Gunther lost to AJ, which, again, another loss, only to come back in the Royal Rumble match and win it. Because WWE likes to do that. Seth Rollins lost to Randy Orton and comes back and cashes in Money in the Bank. You know how that goes.
Yeah.
But not a tap out, a pin.
Okay.
That's the only way because then he's going to WrestleMania. But
yeah.
Again, we all, Gunther's not part of the plans. But all right, what else you got before I pass along? Anything else?
And then as far as
or if AJ does lose.
And then, okay, so say hypothetically AJ does lose. I could see him going to TNA and finishing up his TNA career there on a high note as well. And as far as production goes, I mean, like I said before we went live, I see I see WWE buying TNA, and that's probably the only way that it'll help them production wise.
I mean, I know they'd love that video library, but okay. All right, over to you, Jeff Meach. Oh, never mind. Noah.
Hello. This is really odd because I do think they put the Ring General and AJ Styles in a corner. I don't think they're going to go the same route as AJ Styles with John Cena with the retirement year, but I darn sure don't see the Ring General Gunther losing a singles match of any sort right now this soon into the new year. The fact of the matter is this match is about who is the smarter wrestler. I'm not looking at the way the match ends. I'm looking at the decision. If this does go some miracle 1-1, there has to be a rubber, right? Because if they're not going to put Gunther for the championship picture, then maybe this could be a marquee story going into WrestleMania because Lord knows they need that. As far as Gunther winning the Royal Rumble, he's already been close to Iron Man once before, and I think him winning the Royal Rumble for the first time would be nice. But then you're back in that pigeonholed idea of, he's going to win the title probably, right? Get his WrestleMania moment. Then he's going to lose to somebody else. We just repeat the same wheel over and over again. I can honestly see this being because both men I figure are going to work double duty tonight, double count out, or nobody wins. I just can't see Gunther losing this soon since coming off the fact that I'm the last one to beat John Cena. I made him tap out like a little and he's trying to ride that momentum, but he's also trying to be serious, much what you and I want, Virtue. So as far as this goes, I can't see Gunther losing. I'm just going to leave it at that. Now,
Chelsea Green thinks it's okay to lose a lot.
Wins and losses don't matter, right?
And Bruce Pritchard said Pat McAfee should have beat him. I like Pat McAfee, but man, somebody doesn't like Gunther, I think. And maybe it's obviously affected him a couple of times, but anyway.
Yeah. And nonetheless, you're not wrong there, though. And as far as production, if you're going to bring a first impression, you got to make sure you dot the I's and cross the T's. I don't know if Carlos Silva had drunk people on staff. I don't know if he has a shadow crew, but boy, was that one of the worst cinemas I've ever seen. And yet people still talk how bad Hulk Hogan and Eric Bischoff was and Immortal and all the money cuts. At least they were able to run production, for Pete's freaking sake. Come on now. You've been on Destination Pop. You've been on fracking Destination America. You've been on Access several years. You went on Spike. You are one night only for NWA. You have never had this bad of an impact of a debut on a channel since I can remember. You've had the 6-sided ring redone 6 or 7 damn times over. That's a whole different rant for another day. But anyway, as far as Gunther goes, well, Jeff's bringing up these routes down to LA, recalculating route. But yeah, bottom line, Gunther can't lose, and TNA, if you're not going to get bought out by WWE, you best invest in something to still hold your identity before you become a singularity.
We're losing viewers, Jeff. We're getting people motion sickness. But all right, thank you. And I agree. TNA, production. Like, come on, get somebody there that knows what they're doing, right?
Yeah, exactly.
I know you don't have the budget, but like, you still need people that know what they're doing with no limited budget. And there are people out there that know how to do that. All right, Dave Sheffel, I'm going to give Jeff some more time to get situated here. So
I'm good now.
By the way, Dave, I'm sorry, your tripod's working. Jeff won the award this week, the virtual award.
Yay!
Yay!
Go ahead, Dave, unless you want to make a last-ditch effort to try to get it, but go ahead.
You want me to go again?
Oh, did you go for this one?
Yeah, me first.
I thought he did. Yeah, I was going to say.
God, Jeff got me discombobulated.
Yeah, he got you all
We are on
discombobulated.
Jeff now.
Wait,
Jeff turned you around.
I was trying to buy him more
I
time
did.
because he didn't look ready. Did he look ready to you? Go ahead, Jeff.
So, first of all, I apologize. I did the same setup last week on the way to LA, and it worked fine. I don't know why it's having such a hard time now, but anyway, it just must be the no DQ curse, unfortunately. Sorry, Aaron. AJ, I think the likely scenario is AJ retiring and then going to TNA. It's funny. I got into the car here with a soon-to-be retiree, and the song that was on the radio was Dirk Bentley's song, What Was I Thinking? That seemed like the theme of Thursday night's Impact. What were they? Production value was just below standards of even, weren't on actual television there. Okay, what's happening? Sorry.
Reason you're winning the virtual award with cherry on top.
You are going robotic.
Okay. Is it okay? I'm on a freeway interchange. Is it any better? Any better at all? Oh, jeez. Okay.
Go talk. Keep going.
Okay, I'll try. So much like the production values of this part of the show, thanks to me and my internet connection, the production values on Impact were just below standard. And Virtue, you mentioned it off air. WWE has in their family like Jeremy. Oh God, this was really bad. I can't wait to watch it back. Yeah, exactly. I can't wait to watch this back. They've got people like Jeremy Borash on staff who worked with TNA for so many years. That was one of the founding people of TNA, and they couldn't have a 2-hour premiere on a major cable network go any better than they did. It was horrible. Much like this show is now going. Again, sorry guys, but
at least this is entertaining.
And that's the thing. Watching that show unfold the way it did, other than the main event, was not entertaining. It was sad. I felt so bad for the talent involved. It was hideous. So I'm hoping that the numbers from the pay-per-view, whatever they were this last weekend, and a realization that our initial outing was, dog shit on AMC, hopefully they can be better this weekend going forward.
All right. Well, thank you. And that was very good. Like, you really were living the part that time. That was that's what we offer here at the No DQ Review, right?
We are all about living the problem we're talking about.
We do it. All right.
Immersion.
Aaron, over to you now in the chat. So here we go. Probably way past 8:00, but go ahead.
Yeah, Jeff did a great job when he was talking about TNA with all the bad camera work and such. Well done, Jeff. That was brilliant. All right.
I aim to please, boss. I aim to please.
Thank you, Jeff. All right, so Oofman sent in $5. Thank you, Oofman Entertainment. Oof says, if you're going to call it a, quote, career match, then call it a career match. AJ loses, then he retires. Don't send him to TNA. Don't be Ric Flair. I do agree with Oofman, and I will say this. Yes, AJ could lose and then go to TNA and finish his career in TNA. And if a tree falls in the woods and no one's around to hear it, doesn't make a sound, I think that if he loses to Gunther, he should be done. Now, we don't know exactly when AJ Styles' contract is up. There was a report that it was going to expire in February. And if that's the case, that would fit in with this timeline. Maybe the Royal Rumble is, in fact, AJ's last match, which I would be fine with. If this was his last match, he loses to Gunther. I think that's the best case scenario. The only other way I could see this working is, I think, Virtue, you brought this up. Maybe Gunther loses by a quick pin, and then he comes back and wins the Royal Rumble. That's the only way I could feel you would be able to salvage Gunther. But beyond that, if this is leading to Gunther just losing and then they do another match, I'm not really a fan of that. I don't think Gunther should be losing anytime soon. He really needs to be as dominant as possible after beating John Cena. So I'm not a fan of that idea at all. If he's just losing, not winning the Royal Rumble. And if AJ loses and comes back or goes to TNA, then why are you even doing this stipulation? So they got me intrigued, but my fear is that they're going to do something that's not going to make sense or is going to just piss everybody off. And I hope that's not the case. I would just like to think that AJ's contract is up and he's like, let's do this in Saudi Arabia. And I know some people are against that idea too, but I mean, it's at the Royal Rumble. And think about it. AJ started in WWE 10 years ago at the Royal Rumble. So it would be poetic. He started at the Royal Rumble in 2016. 10 years later, he wraps up his career at the Royal Rumble. And Ian did bring this up. Thank you for the super chat, Ian. Ian says, fun fact, AJ Styles' contract expires in February. Now, that is a report. I don't know if that's still the case. I mean, he could have signed another extension. We don't know. But at last word, that was what was going around the internet, that his contract was going to be up between the Royal Rumble and WrestleMania.
Hey,
and shout out to Mr. Tito.
You can go to Triple A under a hood maybe too. Yeah,
that's true. By the way, weren't we calling it the Tito Award, not the Virtue Award?
Oh, yeah, that's fine. It doesn't have to be the Virtue Award.
It should be the Tito Award.
I had some technical difficulties too.
Either way, I win today for sure.
Oh, yeah.
Yes. Just not excited for the Oil Rumble this year.
Damn.
Boo-hoo.
Am I the only one? Is that stadium safe? It's like an erector.
Right?
Like, I don't know if I would want to be sitting on the top stands. Like, I don't know. When gust of wind come through, that thing could collapse.
You guys see that Simpsons episode where Ned Flanders has his home destroyed by the hurricane and then Springfield gets together to rebuild it, and, well, you saw what happened.
Collapse. Yes, that was back when I used to watch that. But also, here's another thing to figure out, too. It sounds like regardless what happens in this match, it's not going to be the closer. It's got to be like the men's Royal Rumble, I would think, first, right? So win or lose, I imagine both men would probably still be in it, because you imagine the loser will have a vendetta towards the winner and vice versa. And Gunther, again, he's looking to win the Royal Rumble for the first time ever. So again, I think they really put themselves in the corner.
All right, let's get to the next super chat here from Billy. Thank you, Billy, for the super chat. I appreciate it. Billy says, my prediction is AJ Styles loses to Gunther and has his last match against his friend Kazarian and in TNA, where it all started. And that's a possibility. And again, if AJ's contract is up, he might go and do the one-off in TNA. And you know what? It wouldn't bother me, but I get what Oscar's saying, that if he's having a career-threatening match, it should be his last match and he shouldn't pull a Ric Flair. But did they say it's his career or just his WWE career? Did they specify?
WWE. That's
WWE career.
I noticed. So that's why I'm thinking he could go elsewhere. It leaves room for him to go elsewhere and not get too criticized.
Was it the commentator that said WWE career, or was it Gunther himself that said WWE career?
I don't know. And again, maybe it was just something that I read and then they interpreted it the wrong way. And I don't know. But someone will have to clarify it. I'm sure they will.
I think you need to be careful with the wording. If they say WWE career, then it's almost a spoiler what they're gonna do with it. They let it be TNA.
Yeah, I think they left it as a gray area with that, the way they did it.
Yeah, but they did tease the Kazarian match, so it would not rule me out if AJ loses, goes to TNA, and does one more match against Kazarian and calls it a career.
Yeah, if it's a one-off with Frankie, I'm fine with it. But like, if he's gonna say his career's on the line, then yeah, let that be it. Not another full run in TNA at this point.
Yeah. Got the radio on in that car. Oh, wait, no, it's not Jeff.
Reverb.
I sure as shit do not. The radio's muted.
It's not Jeff.
It was Dave. He muted. It was Dave.
Uh-oh.
Don't take my award away from me. I already earned it.
The reverb. Yeah, I wonder why. Maybe he must not have a noise canceling microphone on his phone.
All right.
Yeah, or the setting enabled, like the little box where it's like cancel or reduce background noise.
Big G, will you complain about Mr. Tito?
Oh jeez.
No, I have nothing against the guy. I just like making fun. That's all.
All right, fair
Okay.
enough.
Yeah,
Do you
good
read his
humor.
columns?
No.
All right, well there you go. Now you're complaining about him because he's not good enough to read a column, right?
I read enough for school. I don't need to read in my spare time.
Right. So
You
in other
actually
words-
do have a bigger priority versus a passion, so that I will give you.
Yeah.
All right.
Mark.
All right. So Psycho Jet Black sent in a $2
You get it.
super chat. Says thoughts on Trey Miguel firing from AEW. So Virtue, I know you're not a big fan of the cancel culture. He put out a tweet and a Facebook post about 6 years ago, and I think that Warner Brothers Discovery caught wind of it. Same thing with Jay Briscoe, and that's why he's not with AEW. What do you think about that? Are you frustrated about that?
Honestly, like I've heard of Trey Miguel before, right? Especially in the Indies. I don't know and I know you don't necessarily want to say it. I don't know what the thing was about. I don't know the controversy. So
Same.
it's you know what I mean? Like I don't know what his tweet was or whatever it was. So
Yeah.
It was something homophobic of nature.
Did he apologize?
He did apologize.
Then I'm okay with that. People
Same.
make mistakes. People make mistakes. And I hate when somebody says one wrong. Repeat offenders, there's problems. Lack of apology, and that brings the whole, well, it wasn't a sincere apology. Okay, that too. But that might have been a little harsh. I mean, if they needed to do it for PR and maybe can bring him back later on when it cools down. But yeah, that he apologized. Whatever.
Some people just can't be removed from the past, apparently, or move on from it.
Yeah, one thing, and that's people think that's who they are. Like, I guess people, certain mistakes you don't come back from, murder, rape, but like saying something once, repeat offender, problem. Like, it's just a weird, I don't know. I don't know. It's weird. It is annoying. It can be annoying.
Yeah, Dave?
I also heard another thing that he dated MJF's now wife too, and there was some talk about that. I don't know if it has anything to do with it too.
I have no idea, but I do know that he put out those tweets, and there was a Facebook post, and that was about 5 or 6 years ago. He did apologize, and then he signed with AEW, and then he's not with the Rascals, and he's gone just like that. And, same thing that happened with Jay Briscoe, where he wasn't allowed on AEW programming, and that was a Warner Brothers Discovery call above what Tony Khan was capable of doing, going above him.
I mean, it's just, people sometimes are vilified, and some people, like, it's hard to come back from stuff. Like, look at Velveteen Dream, and that,
Well,
Hulk Hogan, there's a lot, and Enzo kind of suffered from it too.
Yes.
What are you gonna do?
Well,
Suck.
Patch Velveteen Dream, he's actually wrestling down
No,
in Maryland.
I know.
He's,
But
yeah.
like, he hasn't shown signs of being that person. It was just and it was all allegation.
Yeah.
People can change, seriously.
The world we live in today is you are guilty until proven innocent. Like that, and if you're guilty, some people never see the innocence, even if it's proven. Like it's just that's what it is. It sucks for a lot of people. It really does.
Facts. Yeah, facts. Again, respect his privacy at the end of the day, folks. Don't speculate, and don't hold the past against somebody that was just a one-time thing, even if it is on the internet forever in text.
All right, we got a couple more here. City by the Bay sent in $2. Thank you for that. Says thoughts on Jacob Fatu potentially winning the Royal Rumble the year after Jay.
See, I don't like that's the thing. I'd only want him to main event WrestleMania if it was against Roman for the Ulafala and or title on the line, because that means something to me. We never got Rock and Roman. Well, let's see if let's see if somebody can challenge Roman to take it from him. And
Right.
so like Fatu versus Cody or Drew or triple threat, like good for him, but like this is not going to mean much to me because there's so much other stuff that would mean more to me. Go ahead.
Well, let me ask you, what would you prefer, Jacob Fatu winning or Cody winning for the third time?
Ooh.
Cody probably winning for the third time but I don't know. Then again, what, just to get to Drew and have another match or?
Yeah.
So they got to be careful with who the champion is too, not just who wins the Royal Rumble.
Well,
and hey, are we supposed to be happy with this? Because now it's like, who's going to win? What are they going to do? It's
Well,
not
I mean,
we think we're going to be surprised.
We got the WWE Championship being defended at Royal Rumble based on the winner of this week's Sax Man event. One of the challengers is Sammy. If they do go the Sammy route, then you could get Sammy versus blank at WrestleMania. Fatu, though, that would be a whole tailspin because, as far as I'm concerned, Fatu and Sammy have like no history. The history right now is going with Fatu and Cody. So you got Fatu, Cody, and Drew as your SmackDown picture. Raw, Punkin.
Dude, and look, all I know is I'm anticipating that Roman Reigns will be in night 2 of the main event at WrestleMania, and Dave Meltzer's like, oh, he's not figured in anything right now. No, dude, Triple H can't hate The Rock and anybody related to him that much, so I don't care what the WWE title match is if we get like Punk and Reigns or something like that night 2. I told you a couple weeks ago, and I'm sticking with it. This has to be the year of Roman Reigns one more time. Build them up, and then down the road you can put over Fatu or whatever you got to do. So that intrigues me as well, right? We haven't even seen him back yet to even hype up the Royal Rumble, but if he comes out like number 27 and wins it, and guess who's the most hyped? I am. So
fair enough. I mean, again, you got one Raw left, Bridget. You haven't seen the man since Survivor Series.
Yeah, well, we'll see what happens.
That is so weird that there's no Roman Reigns with the Royal Rumble less than 2 weeks
Maybe
away.
they're doing that so they can get the pop when he comes out late, and then he can win it, and everybody can be like, wow, Roman Reigns won for the second time. It's been 10 years or however long it's been. Yes, Jeff.
I just put my head out because I want to make sure I didn't cut in case the signal cut out again. So sorry. The thing that intrigues me, if it is Cody, is Drew McIntyre stated that it was in the contract for the match that he wouldn't get a rematch. Very reminiscent, Aaron, and everybody that was a fan back then, of the Lex Luger situation in '93 going to '94. The only way he can get a shot is if he wins the Royal Rumble. That's the way it makes sense to me if Drew is still champion, is if Cody has to win the Rumble again to negate that contract clause. That, at least from a nostalgic fan standpoint, makes a little more sense. But I'm not interested in Cody being WWE champion again for a long while, personally, as a fan.
Yeah.
Agree.
I want Roman to win it, clearly, right? He deserves to have a second Rumble win when he's going to get a huge pop. I mean, yeah, it's in Saudi Arabia or whatever, but Aaron?
I am so okay with Roman Reigns being back in that title picture again. And 3 years ago, I'm not saying that because it was like, oh, okay. But I'm here for it. I'm here for a dominant Roman Reigns just wrecking everybody when he walks into that Rumble.
Well, I just want to, like, I know he doesn't need to win the title back, and down, he's still head of the table, and he could still have that match and pass it on to Fatu later, whatever. But
to your point, not having the Ulafala be a major pay-per-view storyline finish hurt everybody involved with that bloodline, at least from my perspective. Roman, he may not need that title, but he definitely needs a kick in the ass from some standpoint, because right now I think that entire family is treading water.
Yeah, there's a reason why James went back to midlife crisis mode, tag team specialist.
Yep.
There could be heat between Triple H and Rock, and all the Samoans are paying the price. All right, go ahead, Aaron.
All right, we got a couple here, so we'll get through these. Mr. Tito sent in $2. Thank you, Tito. Tito says, can't rely on Roman Reigns when he takes the spring and summer off.
Brock does the same thing. He's held the title. What happened to less is more, being the champion and only being a special attraction? The same guy said that. So
yeah. I mean, Roman Reigns is basically Brock Lesnar the past 10
less
years.
than he used to be. He was, when the bloodline was cooking, he was on a lot.
We only do that for Psycho Jet Black because the others don't get their time as much. Psycho Jet Black does the imagine this happen, imagine that happen.
Like I said, if Gunther or Roman win the Rumble, I'll be happy. But it seems like somebody always wins it, and I'm like, oh. But we'll see.
All right, Psycho Jet Black sent in $2. Says, will Braun Breaker throw out Brock Lesnar at the Royal Rumble or vice versa? What do you think about that? Braun Breaker versus Brock Lesnar for WrestleMania? Yay or nay?
Brock versus
I'd be down for it.
Somebody cool.
Actually, you know what? I think we're getting Brock versus Gunther at WrestleMania.
Well, I'm wondering if they're saving it for SummerSlam in Minneapolis.
Oh, for Brock's last match. Yeah.
Yeah. So
yeah,
the career killer strikes again.
That'll be the first time ever.
In that city.
Right. The first time ever one-on-one encounter between the Beast and the Ling General.
But a former Paul Heyman guy versus a current Paul Heyman guy at WrestleMania. I could see that happening.
Yeah, I mean, they got a few options for Brock. They could do Brock versus Braun. They could do Brock versus Obafemi. They could do Brock versus Gunther and do another match at SummerSlam. So they got options with Brock Lesnar.
If they do Obafemi for Brock at WrestleMania.
No Brock either leading up to the Rumble.
But wouldn't you rather be surprised when they come out than having them coming out for 5 seconds and saying, "Oh, I'm declaring for the Royal Rumble," and then leave?
Yeah, no, I'm fine with not seeing Roman, but he comes out in the Royal Rumble.
Okay.
I just
right.
Same with Brock. Roman's Roman's more likely to make more appearances than Brock, I think, though. Sure, he might have his time off, but Roman does seem like when he's involved in a storyline, he shows up more often than Brock kind of does. So,
we need some sort of surprise factor, though, for the Royal Rumble this year. We already got people literally declaring, "I'm in it, I'm in it, I'm in it, I'm in it." Left and right.
Gunther and Cody, and then the 4 lovely females, and Jey Uso, yeah.
All right,
let's go.
So, Jeremy Dorset sent in a $2 super chat and says Lars Sullivan.
That's a name.
All right, next.
Why would we ever want to see Lars Sullivan again?
Hey, Aaron. Well, no matter how many matches Reigns has had, like when he got to the point of not doing many matches, with the whole bloodline thing, did he not show up though quite a bit? I think so. More than Brock Lesnar. Brock really kind of showed up maybe before his match, had his match, and then he was gone for a while. Roman, didn't matter how many times he wrestled, he was on TV way more.
Accurate.
Even after the bloodline, when he was on TV, he showed up more often when he was doing things with like when the bloodline was kind of breaking up. Like players, like how people forget.
The only thing is, like, I like to be hyped up for the Royal Rumble, and I feel like it's more fun going in when all these guys are talking about how they're going to win it, and you build it up with all these big names entering. When nobody's announced for the Royal Rumble, it just feels like there's not a sense of urgency. Like it isn't really that important.
Let me ask you this, especially the 4 that have been watching since the Attitude Era. Did they ever announce that they were going to be in the Royal Rumble back in the Attitude Era?
Yeah.
The main players.
Okay. I'm just curious because
they have a couple surprises. Usually the surprise.
I think they had qualifying matches, didn't they, too, at times?
Yeah.
They did a lot more than they did the calling my shot. They did a lot more in the qualifiers.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, they definitely announced people for the Rumble. But we'll move on here to the next super chat. So Oofman brought this up. Oofman sent in $5. Thank you very much, Oof. Oof says, just rewatched the segment. Gunther said, and I quote, "I want you to put your career on the line."
Okay, well, that's a little less gray then.
Yeah. I feel like it's got to be the end for AJ. Like, I don't know, man. We'll see.
It makes
They got
sense.
me intrigued. I don't know
I
what they're
still
going to
think
do, but they got me interested in the match, and I'm perplexed as to where this is going. So, in that sense, it's a positive.
Yeah.
It's the one good thing the Rumble build has going for it, really, because beyond that, I'm just not really feeling the show compared to other years.
Would you be saying that if it wasn't in Saudi Arabia, like if it was in a bigger city over here?
Actually, I'm kind of intrigued about it being in Saudi Arabia. Like, they're building this stadium from scratch. And we were joking about it earlier, but I'm curious to see how that looks. And you got the city. They're gonna have some really cool shots with the city and everything. And I think production wise, it'll be great. Like, I'm actually excited, and I think the Saudi fans are very passionate. The last couple of shows, they've been very energetic. So I am excited that it's in Saudi. I know some people might not like that.
They're
But
really trying over there. They built a Six Flags with the world's biggest roller coaster. Like, it's insane.
and it didn't break down, did it? And
I don't know, but like they have a whole.
If it was Six Flags, it did.
They have all like a whole theme park over there. Like, that's just. I mean, they're trying to get people to go over there.
Well,
Yeah.
and Virtue, that's great, but we were joking about it, but it's serious. They're building this stadium, and they're not even fully done, and we're a week and a half out from
That's
this
what's
event.
weird. Like, how long?
The safety
ago
stuff
did
is concerning me.
Yeah, how long
exponentially.
ago did they know they were going to have the Royal Rumble? And like, don't they have a lot of stadiums already built? Like,
Yes.
That's
they've
what.
used, like,
Yeah,
three of them.
that's. Yeah, you
I
can't
could-
tell me that there's going to be any sort of actual. Okay, well, we hit code, we're good to go, and it's the Tuesday a week and a half before. That it's frightening. It's legitimately frightening.
WrestleMania 9 built theirs and behind Caesar's Palace.
yeah, that is true.
They did, and they did announce that quite a bit out. And I can't speak for because I wasn't there. I know our old friend Aaron, birthday boy today, Lee was at WrestleMania 9, and regardless of how bad the card laid out and the storylines were, the stadium and the setup was actually pretty neat.
Yeah, when I was a
and,
kid, I
and
thought that
apparently
was-
structurally sound. So
When I was a kid, I thought that was a legit stadium. I didn't know they built that in a parking lot.
Me too.
You think about that. You think about a couple years before, the Kings had an first ever outdoor hockey game in North America out in that same area, and they just put
Formula One race there too.
and then a Formula One race out there not too long ago, and and they had one back in the day too. So it is doable, but they're building this entire like an actual it's gonna stay here forever stadium from scratch, and we're not ready a week and a half out. It's a little concerning.
Well,
Well, I was hearing that this was just a temporary stadium, and they're not even going to keep it up.
Yeah.
Oh,
it
well,
looks like a
okay.
director-
Well, then that makes even less damn sense.
Yeah, it looks like it'll all come down. It looks like it's a rector set type scaffolding and stuff.
Well,
Oh,
I mean, we've done stuff that like out here, Dad and I and the family used to go to the Long Beach Grand Prix where they'd set up like, just the big barriers around the actual streets. But, like you said, we're talking about people sitting in a high-rise stadium that's not, at least from my perspective, I don't know a whole lot about it, I guess, from a layman's perspective, but I'd be worried about having to have building codes and safety and everything up to spec and inspected with, 9 days?
Yes.
Who knows what their codes are in that country? All right,
11
Aaron.
days, sorry. Anyway.
All right, we got some more here. Yeah, Big G's ready to get the gesture going. But first, Jeremy Dorsett said, Gunther is retiring everyone. He might as well just retire Rob Van Dam too, and the fans will boo even more. Sorry, Jeff, and book it in RVD's hometown. I like that idea. Any wrestler that is thinking about retiring and they want one more payday in WWE, they should contact Triple H, and Triple H should make this a gimmick and maybe even have a few legends come back and get
it'll
retired
set up,
by Gunther.
Hey, Aaron, and it'll set up Randy Orton down the road.
Yeah.
Yep.
Legend Killer getting beat by Gunther too.
By the career killer.
By the legend of Gunther.
Hell, do it in Vegas. That way Rob can just get up and go down the street. He's became a father of twins, man. He's looking.
All right, thank you for that. We'll move on here to the next one. All right, Psycho Jet Black sent in $2. All right, Big G, get ready. Here we go. All right, imagine instead of AI, WWE sends Austin Theory to TNA.
You mean AJ?
You mean AJ?
No, I think he meant Theory. And I think he meant AI too.
Well, if they send Theory to TNA, then we all joke nothing will kill TNA, but that just might kill TNA if they send
That might
Theory.
be the thing that does it. Yeah, for real.
The nail in the
All right,
coffin.
Big G. Thank you, Big G. All right, Psycho Jet Black sent in $2. Hey, Dave, talk about the Tampa Bay Buccaneers.
Oh God, just poke the dead bear when he's down. Jeez.
That's okay, Dave.
Not interested. They're losers.
There you go.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Talked about him.
All right, moving on.
All right. Psycho Jet Black sent in $2. He says, did Cody Rhodes take out Jacob Fatu last year? I don't think so. I do not believe Cody Rhodes is turning heel. I know people like to fantasy book it, but I would be shocked if Cody ever turns.
All right.
He is what is the phrase? He's the quarterback of WWE.
P1.
Q1, a captain, whatever term you want to use.
But
He's loser.
hey,
He's loser one now.
Q1 for the Denver Broncos got injured. Now they got to use QB2 to get to the Super Bowl. There you go. More football.
Yeah. Oh boy. Oh boy.
Big
Nice
G.
one, Virtue.
I'm
Yeah,
not
Let's go.
All right.
Let's go.
A win is a bonus. I'm expecting the worst.
Psycho Jet
Christ
Black sent in a
almighty.
$2 super chat. Says, spoiler, Austin Theory will not win the Royal Rumble.
Well,
Accurate.
no shit, Sherlock. All right.
What are
let's
you
go.
going to do? You should send me a $100 super chat if Austin Theory does win the Royal Rumble. How about that? Psycho
Oh
Jet Black?
man, that's rough.
All right. Psycho Jet Black sent in a $2 super chat. You know, maybe I will send $100 back to Psycho Jet Black if Matt Cardona wins the Royal Rumble. We can make that wager.
Why would you put something on Cardona again? Why do you not
I know.
learn?
I shouldn't. You're right, Jeff.
Why, Aaron?
Why would I? I
Apparently,
should know better.
we're
You're
talking about
right.
people
You're
moving from the
100%
past,
right.
and Aaron's still thinking about Matt Cardona to this day. Or is that
Just
correct?
because your hair's not growing back doesn't mean you got to bet on it. Jesus.
All right. Psycho Jet Black sent in $2. He says, spoiler, Aaron's popcorn will not be knocked down. Does anybody even get that reference in this?
No.
You got your popcorn knocked down by somebody, didn't you?
By Vince at the 1999 Royal Rumble when Stone Cold and Vince McMahon were brawling in the crowd.
That's
He
right. He
knocked over
did. We
my
talked about that last week.
$4.50 popcorn, which today would be like $15.
Aaron, I don't know if you ever went into detail. Did you pop for that, or were you pissed?
No, he
was
corned
just
for it, not
feeling
popped.
the adrenaline rush. I think my dad might
You
have
were
been
like,
pissed
"I'm
because
part
he
of the
paid for the
show,
popcorn.
yeah." Okay.
What?
All right. Psycho Jet Black sent in a $2 super chat. He says, spoiler, this year's Royal Rumble will be better than 2015. Well, again, that's easy to say. I think that's a bet that you don't have to worry about losing. But, one thing that will be better than the previous version is the new Jeff Jarrett video through AI. This one turned out a little bit better. So let's go ahead and take a look at that right now.
Jay.
Yeah, he still looks like an old woman.
Right.
Was that Mae Young or Moolah?
Oh my gosh.
Wait, one more time.
He really does look like an older woman in that, honestly.
Well, thought that counts. I mean, that's AI. That's like really.
Let's do our plugs.
AI is gender neutral.
Oh, wait. Psycho Jet Black says, spoiler, we're gonna see the Big G Jeff Jarrett photo again. We're going to see the AI videos. That's going to be the new thing
Aaron's
now.
going to work hard on trying to get a super accurate one for the future. I know it. He's going to be going and downloading tons of photos to submit, and I don't know. He'll pay for the extended version. All right, Big G, go ahead and do your plugs.
Oh wait, we got one more super chat here, a serious one
Christ.
from Jeremy Dorset. He says, the reason why I mentioned Lars Sullivan is because of the Trey Miguel situation and what happened to the Velveteen Dream. Well, I think what Velveteen Dream was accused of was a little bit different than making a homophobic comment. And with Lars Sullivan, what happened with him? He did some adult videos, or I'm not even sure what the deal was with him. I think he said some offensive things too, but I remember those videos leaked of Lars Sullivan where he was engaging with other people, so to speak. And yeah, I don't remember if that had something to do with his departure or if WWE just thought he sucked. Maybe that was the case. I don't know. Could have been a combination of several things with Lars Sullivan. But anyways, also if Trey Miguel, you know, if he was a bigger star, he might be able to fight it. But since he's relatively low on the totem pole, if there's any controversy, you know, he's basically screwed. That's just the way it is. All right. Big G, go ahead.
Yes.
Plug.
You can follow me everywhere at Original Big G1, except for Instagram, because Instagram sucks. Instagram Original Big G 1988. That is it for that is it for the OBG1.
The OBGYN. All right, thanks. Anyone else get that? All right, Noah.
I'm going to choose the final nice day on the X-Men YouTube. On the wish to remind you just be loving professional wrestling. As simple as that. See you next week on the review.
Micro Machines. All right. Thank you, Noah. All right, Dave Scheffler.
You could follow me at Facebook at Dave Scheffler. Also, when you do that AI video with Big G, if you could have him put Jarrett's finisher on him, the stroke, that would be funny.
The AI programs are terrible at doing wrestling moves. Like that's a long way to go.
That'd be funny.
But if there was ever a premium AI client like app, Aaron will find it. He will pay the money if it ends up giving it.
Well, thanks guys for having me on again. Appreciate it.
All right, thanks, Dave. Jeff.
All right, add date promo. Oh, no. Okay, whatever. Greg Cherry show tomorrow. You can watch last week's Impact again if you really want to. I wouldn't if I was you. Godfather Part 2 review is up Friday, and Greg Cherry interaction on the Royal Rumble next, the 28th. And okay, now we're playing the video, or what are we doing? What are we doing? It's God, that's so out of date. Jesus. I mean, yeah, watch that stuff when it there we go. There I am. Hi. Okay. Yeah. Follow me at _Jeff Meacham on the socials. Whatever. Okay, so now we're going back in time. Okay, I'm going to be in Vegas apparently this weekend. Sure, why not? Whatever works. All the Jeff Meacham plugs ever.
There it is.
Wow, my face is so because there's brake lights in front of me. That's why my face is so red. Not from embarrassment, although kind of.
Oh my God! The production issues here though are still 10 times better than last week Thursday night.
All right.
That was.
All right.
I finally watched it back, and it's even bad on demand. It's so bad. Oh.
TNA wins the Virtue Award.
Yes.
Don't take mine away from me this week, though.
Oh my gosh.
All right, so guys, just go over to nodq.com/merch. Pick up some official No DQ merchandise, and including the ORM t-shirt of Virtue. And that's it. Thank you guys again. Much love and appreciation to you all. And stay tuned. We might have some more AI videos with members of the No DQ panel on next week's review. Who knows?
All right, follow me on X if you dare at NoDQ_Virtue. That is it for Aaron, for Dave Scheffler, Big G, Noah, Jeff Meacham, Colin, the whole Gino, the whole NoDQ crew, Galaxy. We'll see you again next week, and I think it's Colin's turn. If he can't do it, then Gino. So good night, everybody.
Have a good night, folks.
Night, guys.
God help us all get off the air. Oh Lord.
Love you guys.
No, you don't. You lie, G.